We are out here today at the Michigan State Capitol supporting the gymnasts of the state of Michigan. There are 50 states in this country. 49 are allowed to legally train inside their gymnastics facilities. Michigan is the only state not allowed inside their gyms to train. Some of Michigan is open, regions 6 and 8 in our state. That is approximately 10 to 12 gymnastics facilities that are allowed to be inside their gym training out of 90. There are 90 member clubs in the state of Michigan. A few of them have closed because of this. However, out of 90 clubs, only 10 to 12 are allowed to train. It is safe for us to do gymnastics here in the state of Michigan, just like it's safe for 49 other states to do gymnastics. There are protocols, there are requirements, there are procedures in place for cleaning, disinfecting, social distancing to keep these athletes and coaches safe while they're training in their sport. Many athletes at the higher levels are missing out on opportunities for college scholarships, to submit videos to those coaches, to visit schools that they want to go to. These athletes are behind because they are not allowed to train in their gyms. There's only so much you can do in the park. There's only so much you can do in your parking lot of your facility. There's only so far you can travel to get to a place where your athletes can train. There are athletes crossing state lines to go to Ohio and Indiana just so their athletes can train in the sport that they love.
I'm a mom of a gymnast who competed level 6 last year, and I'm in a lot of different gymnastics groups, and I was speaking with a mom from New Jersey, and she indicated that they pretty much opened through a Twitter storm, and so I decided to see if I could do something like that. So I spoke with her, worked with her to find out what their framework was, set up their framework, and decided to make a group of just Michigan Gymnastics parents to get awareness to the governor. So we started that, and we think it was successful because the governor definitely noticed our tweets. And then I decided to have a call with gymnast parents from around the state. We had a Zoom call last week, and some parents decided that it might be a good idea to just come together in person in a physically distanced manner. So we're here today to try to bring awareness to what's happening for Michigan gymnastics. So we have a few gyms that are open in Michigan legally, but the majority of the state is effectively closed, and we want to just be on par with the rest of the region.
Gymnastics is a socially distancing sport in general. If you have a gymnast that is standing right next to each other, they're going to kick each other, they're going to hit each other. So to socially distance your athletes at practice can easily be done, more so than any other sport, especially more so than any other indoor sport.
I'm going to be a sophomore. I'm kind of down because this year I'm supposed to already have all my skills by now, and I'm still trying to get the skills I had before back, and that is very upsetting, and it's kind of sad to see all of my friends struggling that are going to be seniors this year having to lose all their scholarships, and like now losing all their recruiters, and seeing people like from Texas or like Indiana or Ohio and seeing them already like doing their new release moves that we don't even have because we can't work on them because we're so far behind. And it just kind of brought us all down because like some people are just losing hope because we feel like we can never bounce back because some of the gyms have been open up for like 3 or 4 months now. So seeing them being able to do skills we used to do is kind of like frustrating, I would say.
As you can see here, this athlete is clearly a high-level athlete training level 10 in hopes of earning a college scholarship one day. Like her teammates and peers in the state of Michigan, she is at an extreme disadvantage when it comes to college recruiting. These Michigan athletes are being forced to train in parks, parking lots, or traveling over 2 hours to a gym in another state just to maintain their previous skills and try to learn new skills in hopes of still being able to catch a college coach's eye. These athletes have not been in the gym for 6 months. Unlike kids around the country and around the region, our Michigan athletes are at an extreme disadvantage when it comes to opportunities, college scholarships, and the hopes of even having a season. We need to get back.
Coming to the Capitol lawn kind of is significant because it is the government right now that is keeping us closed. Pretty much all the gym owners I would say know that they can safely open, and the parents also know it can happen. So coming here today just allows us to bring awareness to our specific situation, and Lansing being the middle of the Lower Peninsula kind of is the right place to be.
Please lend your voice and help support us here in Michigan, getting our athletes back into the gym and back into a space they feel safe.
Our coaches are debating whether or not to have a season this year, because if we have a season, we have to go to different states for that, because we can't really compete here because we don't know if it'll be open. Nonetheless, some gyms aren't even traveling, so some gyms are still just like in quarantine, like not doing anything. So that's why traveling from gym to gym is just going to be so difficult, because 3 days a week for 4 hours in like a different state is so difficult for a lot of parents, and especially the kids, because school's starting up again. So some people have to go back to school on top of having to travel to Ohio for practice.
It's not just women's gymnastics that is being affected. All programs in the state of Michigan, women's, men's, rhythmic, acro, trampoline and tumbling, recreational, preschool, are all feeling the effects of not being in the gym for 6 months.
And do it safe. If we can do it safely in a different state, we can do it safely here, especially since our facility here is a lot bigger than the one we're going to Ohio, so I don't see why we can't do it. We have our own clock, we stay social distancing, the coaches wear masks, we're split into small groups, we're never really together, and we make sure we wipe down everything and hand sanitize after each event. And that's pretty much what we do, and we also don't get spotted. So
49 other states are training. 49 other states are progressing. 49 other states are allowing kids to do what they love. 49 other states have not had a problem with their athletes in the gym. 49 other states have been able to socially distance their athletes. They have been able to clean, disinfect, and keep their athletes and their coaches safe. 49 other states have kids accepting college scholarships. 49 other states.
I think the biggest thing is we want to see more people, even outside of Michigan, using the hashtag Save Michigan Gymnastics and Save MI Sports, because we need to come together and show that these individual sports especially can open safely. So if others outside of Michigan can say what they've done successfully, maybe we can get more traction and more attention to the governor, because apparently she's now looking to see which industries aren't engaged, which is kind of sad, because it sounds like we don't even know what's fully closed still in Michigan, and they're going on 6 months now.
Are in the gym doing gymnastics safely. So why can't this one state, the state of Michigan, why can we not do it?
Why, if they can train, why can't we? Let us train.
Those 10 to 12 gyms that are allowed to be open, they're doing it safely. So if they can do it safely up there, legally, open by the governor's orders, why cannot we do it safely here in Lower Michigan? We can.